Okay, let's go ahead and get our calendar notebook finished for the day. We have a few days to catch up on because we had a holiday and a couple days extra off. So, let's see. I think, put this back up here, I think I will go with pink again today. Kind of in the pinky kind of mood. So let's take a look and see what we have here. This is what I have here. Tristan, tell me what our month and year is. Thank you. He says April 2020. Now the last time we did our calendar it was the 9th. Today is not the 10th. We have to get through all the days that we missed. So after the 9th on that Thursday, we had a 10th on a Friday. In order to make a 10, we will make a 1 in the 10s and a 0 in the 1s. That means 1 10 frame and no extra. Saturday was the 11th, a 1 and a 1. And then Sunday, this was Easter Sunday, we had a 1 and a 2 to make 12. Yesterday our school has Easter Monday off so people can travel if they need to, although I don't think this time we did any traveling, but we have a 1 in the 10s and a 3 in the 1s, a 1 and a 3, which means Xander, what is today? The 14th. Exactly. How do I make a 14? A 1 in the 10s and a 4 in the 1s. And what does that stand for? 1 10 frame and 4 more. Everyone take a look and see what our number is, because when we turn the page we won't be able to see what our calendar notebook when we write our date. You need to turn the page and turn the page to get to our, write the date. So, we're going to write today's date, and I'm going to need somebody to help me. Let me get my basket and see who I have here. Tinley. Tinley, what is the first number that I need to write for my date? And why would we do that? She says we need to do a 4, and the reason that we need to do a 4 is because it is April, and our month is April, and April is our 4th month. Let's do our months together, please. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Very good. And it is the 4th, so I'm going to put a 4. Then I'm going to put a dash. All right, the next thing is Mia. What should I put next, Mia? Can you remember? Not sure? Okay, well then we should go back and look, because that's something that smart students do, is if they don't know something, they know where to find out, then they go find out. So we're going to go back to find out. So Mia, what are we going to write today? Exactly, a 14, because today is a 14. The 14th day in April. A 1 and a 4, and then a dash. And the last thing we're going to write is, Lucy? Right, a 20, but why am I going to put a 20? It's a shortcut for 2020 or 2020. Some people say it 2020, some people say 2020. Shortcut. Let's turn the page, and we will get to our 10, turn the page again. We'll get to our 10 frames page. What shall 14 look like on a 10 frame? I hope this is, I have this so you can see it. Let's take a look and see if we can get somebody who hasn't had a turn yet. Lily. Lily, even though she's moved to Carterville, is still doing this with us. So Lily, our number is 14. Mark that in yours. and then tell us how am I going to fill in my 10 frames to show 14. Okay, Lily says I need one full 10 frame. So let me get one full 10 frame in, because this 1 in the 14 stands for one full 10 frame. And then what? And where should I put those? She says 4 more, and they start on the top row of the next one. 1 10 frame and 4 more. Good job. Now we have several pages to turn until we get to our tally marks. Now, we have missed a few days, so we will get to zing today because last time we couldn't zing. So we'll need 1 finger and 1 zing there, and then 4 more fingers and 4 more tally marks. Do we get to zing today again? Just for once. Okay, so the one at school just has the 4, but we'll just use these. So when we finish our 1, 2, 3, 4, we get to zing on 5. And when will we get to zing, Lily? Lily says we get to zing tomorrow. You're right, we do. Because we'll fill in a full hand. Okay, we need to skip May. And take a look at our domino for today. Alright, our domino today, let's pull out this orange one. Our domino, can you see it? Let me flip it. Make sure you can see both here. Our domino has 1, 2, 3, 4 in the first box, so you'll need to make your domino look the same as my domino, and 2 in the next box. Alright, now that you've made your dominoes look like mine, and like this one, please write the addition equation. The addition equation. Alright, let's see. Alright, Riley, what did you write? The addition equation. 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. So Riley writes for us 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. If you wrote that, give yourself 2 firecrackers. Shh. That's one. Another. Shh. Good job. We are filling this in pretty well. Let's turn the page. Turn the page. Turn the page. Turn the page. Let's get to our weather. Now, earlier today we had a little bit, it's cold outside, but we're not talking about the temperature. We're talking about the sky to talk about what, oh, this is our dice. You are right. You see what I do with our dice. I'll put it in here. All right. See what we get. We got a 2 and a 2. So which is greater, 2 or 2? You were right, they're the same. So one is not greater than the other. They are equal or the same. 2 and 2 more. 2, 3, 4. So we know that we have to fill in a 4 today. This changes our graph again because take a look. Can we say the most? We could last week, but now we can't because we have another tie for the most. We can say more, we can say less, we can say the same. Can we say the least? No, because we have ties for the least. Let's turn the page. Now let's get to our weather graph. It is a beautiful day. It's cool outside, and I had to wear long sleeves today, but it is cool and sunny. So let's fill in a sunny. And take a look at our graph. When you fill in your graph, you should have 1 cloudy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sunnies, 0 snowies, and 0 rainy. What do you think my sentence is? Think about it. My sentence today is, did you say yours? Say your sentence out loud. That's your hint. Sunny has 5 is my sentence for today. Sunny has 5. If you said that, kiss your brain 3 times. Pretty smart. Now we're going to go ahead and do our word problem. We're going to need to go to page 4. The last time we realized we missed page 5 in here, or 3 in here. I hope you have your 3. If you have your 3 page at home and I just didn't put it in mine, then you can go ahead and do that with your mom and dad. All right. This said, Ethan made 12 cookies with his sister. They each had 2 cookies. How many cookies are still on the plate? Here is my thinking. So what is important? What is important? Try somebody hasn't had a turn. I know there's somebody that's in here that hasn't. Ethan, we'll have you do it. Ethan, what's important? Ethan made 12 cookies with his sister. So Ethan and Emma made cookies. Ethan says 12 is important. 12 cookies. That tells us how many cookies we're going to start with. And then it tells us that they ate some, which means some of them are going to be going away. So we know that we're going to have to be subtracting and taking away. So let's take a look here. We'll start with our 12 cookies. So we need to put your 12 cookies on your plate. Don't make them too big. Uh-oh, I stopped counting. Now I need to go back and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not there yet. 10, 11, 12. 12 cookies were on the plate. Now it said that each of them had 2 cookies. So how many cookies did Ethan have? Ethan had 2 cookies. So here's Ethan. He ate 2 cookies. And Emma had 2 cookies. So each of them had 2 cookies. Emma's a little bigger. So we're going to say Ethan ate this one and this one. And Emma ate this one and this one. Now our question is, how many cookies are still on the plate? After they ate those, they're all gone. How many cookies are still on the plate? Let's count to see. I can't move them as I count, so I'm gonna just kind of count in an order. So I'm gonna count. Now we're getting too many pages. I'm going to count in an order. So I'm going to count the ones here and then kind of try and do almost straight lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 cookies. So I'll put that down here. 8 cookies. So this time, sometimes I might not be able to mark if it's in a book. But if I just make sure I know that I'm counting in a certain way and remembering that I'm counting in a certain way, then I can count and not count extras. It's a different strategy. Okay, that's it for today. And now we're going to play a game for today. Sorry.